Well, an important couple of par threes in a row here. Shorter one and followed by a lengthy one, 14 and 15. You got to hit good quality iron shots on both of them. Oh, that's a beautiful 8-iron from Jin Choi, just underneath the hole. Green's getting much more receptive, Kate, and a big advantage to these players coming down the stretch.
And it's what they're used to. A lot of the golf courses in America, target golf.
Beautiful angle in here for Handa. And it looks as though that set down pretty quickly. I think most days that would have rolled out a little bit more.
Well, smart to keep it in front of her. Over the back is dead. So even though it's a little longer than she'd have preferred, it's the better of the two options.
I think anyone would take plenty of greens in regulation. She was happy yesterday with 16.
Yeah, she's a terrific ball striker. Golf Australia should be very proud, gone through the high performance group here in Australia, and now with the Golf Australia rookie program they get some assistance. Wear the Golf Australia logo. Minjee Lee has gone through that as well.
Guy in the blue shirt, fine. But just pick a target between those two.
115 metres left for Jin Young. Just a slightly downhill lie. Ball level with her feet. This is a wedge in hand. Headed just right of the green, or of the pin, I should say. It's just so solid, isn't it? She's not making that many mistakes at the moment.
The last group striding up to the 13th green, and Jin Young Ko safely in regulation with a birdie putt to come. Thought Dean was going to tell us a story. He's having a chuckle there on the bag as they stride up to the green. Lydia Ko about to complete her Australian Open.
Well,
a highlight coming in.
We thought there might be a Ko on top of the leaderboard. We just didn't think it would be Jin Young Ko as compared to Lydia Ko, but nice shot there on 18 for Lydia. Oh, one of the handful of bunkers that guards this green gobbled that one up. There's some deep ones as well. The rain starts to come down a little bit stronger.
Heavier rain means softer greens, and Marina Alex spoke to her before her round. Another top 10 finish coming up for her. So she's got that to try and make it a 5 under 65 for the day. Currently outright 6th at 7 under. Here's the last group. Well, I'm looking at Jin Young Ko's stats. She's only missed 2 fairways, and out of 54 greens only missed 8. And that is some impressive play. And she's just really, the two of them have strategized beautifully, Kate.
Yeah, with Dean on the bag. It's just been a very solid performance by a player who's nervous. So she was very nervous about playing her first event as a member on the LPGA Tour. We're not seeing any sign of nerves today. She's not tearing around the golf course. She's 1 under par, but it's a very assured performance.
And you mentioned that you have to go all the way back to the second ever season of the LPGA Tour in 1951. For the last time, a player playing first time as a member won the tournament. That was Beverly Hansen in 1951.
Good knowledge there, Q. I didn't know you were that old.
Oh, Hannah knew that was left immediately.
I mean, we had non-members win tournaments. So-yeon Yu winning the US Open before she was a member.
And of course, Jin Young Ko herself last year.
Absolutely, in Korea. But now a fully fledged member, as is Hannah Green. And we're looking forward to seeing more of her in 2018.
herself a chance for the sand save. Beautiful work out of the bunker. Minjee Lee needs to sparkle down the final few holes.
Oh, and if you can hit a good one here, chase on up, Minjee. Second hardest hole on the golf course. Just 3 birdies.
Of the two parts, definitely much more holeable from where Jin Young is, just because there is just one consistent slope, whereas Hannah had to go up over that, just a small rise. It's almost a little mound on that left-hand side of the green. This will be downhill, left to right.
Out by 3 with 5 to play. They still can't get close enough to Jin Young Ko, and every time they threaten, she takes a step further away.
Inching closer and closer to Patricia Bridges' bowl. Can she be denied by her Jin Choi? Oh, it grazes the right side of the hole. That was a good putt.
It was a terrific putt. Just needed a little bit less pace, Kate, and it would have dropped in the centre.
And she finally misses a putt. That is the first time today that Sun Young Yu will have to write anything other than par in her scorecard.
Well, here's the young Japanese player, not having a good day today. And beautifully done. Get in the hole.
So she tidies up to ensure that the lead remains at 3. But where are the chinks from the other Ko? Let's go back to Lydia to finish out. Her namesake atop the leaderboard, but this to complete her Australian Open.
Well, that pretty much epitomises it.
Sour taste for the 15 winner from Royal Melbourne to finish out here.
Well, we're so used to seeing those go in. She spent a lot of time on the practice putting green this week, trying to hone that 6 to 8 foot length. But
68, 74, 71, 72 for a tournament score of 285, 3 under. The glorious surrounds of the coastline of the South Australian capital, Adelaide. The golf courses along the Glenelg region, and a lot of the players enjoying the setting as well as the golf here, as the bogey finally goes on the card of Sun Young Yu after pars from 1 to 13. The blemish pops its head up late in the day.
Yeah, hoping to snap that run with a birdie, not a bogey. So her chances fading away very, very quickly, albeit gone. Tiffany Joe. Lovely putt on 17.
What reason is 10 o'clock? What 10?
The car went off yesterday. Jenny Hagland of Sweden finished today with a 1 under 71 to be even for the tournament, but you're never even when you claim the car for an ace, are you? That's a win for the weekend in anyone's language.
without doubt, Quentin, that was sensational. That's okay. Good percentage play. Centre of the green. At this point, it's what you need to do. Now, must make for Minjee Lee. A little bit of a shove out to the right, but managed to get it in. Now, she'd have been hoping for better on the day with Minjee Lee.
Whole location today up on that right-hand side, probably the firmest part of the green as well, so that might just get a little bit more run, but it is much softer than in previous days.
Oh, sensational shot for Nasa Hataoka, who is named for the Space Administration.
Yeah,
I can't get over that.
Wanted her to dream big and reach for the stars. We thought she was going to rocket up the leaderboard today. Hasn't quite gone her way, but we'll be seeing a lot of Nasa Hataoka, winner of Q School.
Looking a little anxiously like it's gone out to the right, but manages to catch a part of the green. Much easier today now. We've had a little rain, a bit of water put on overnight as well, and much easier to hold. We've seen a lot of balls go through the back earlier in the week, Kate.
This is one of the par threes that frames the back nine, and the par threes are real defence of this golf course chain. You've seen the players really play well on the par fours and par fives, but these back-to-back par threes certainly get the players' attention. 15, second hardest hole all week.
Certainly, I think the par threes here at Kooyonga are a sensational group. And 3 is not easy. 7, well, that's perched into that hill, and you've got to be so precise. 14 and 15 back-to-back are so wind dependent. A little bit less breeze today, a little bit softer conditions have certainly made them much easier. Good galleries, good spot to watch from behind this 14th green.
You never say never, but this would just about lock the door, even though there's golf left. A flaw has hardly been seen in Jin Young Ko's game. If she could go 4 ahead here, the engraver warms up the tool.
Very nice looking putt. Good pace. And just doing everything she needs to do at this point. Fairways and greens. Make the others come to her.
4 to go. 3 in front. And it's not a regular Sunday. It's not hot and windy. It's the different scenario, which in a sense helps the chasers, but just can't see her game going off. It's been tremendous throughout ever since she started on Thursday with a 65.
Big right to left slope, and then it should straighten out. And it's just one of those putts that could get away from you.
Well, it never got started on the right line, Ali, and took a big dive initially. Quite a high ridge to the right of that whole location today, and just never quite had the right line or the right speed. It's going to give this one the utmost attention.
Well, at least she saw the last 3 feet of Jin Young Ko's putt, so it would have learnt a little bit. You know it dives left at the end.
Well done. Keeping her concentration.
4 to play, 4 behind. Well, after that bogey at 14, Sung Young Yu now trying to get it back. Some part if it goes down.
It would be the first birdie on the card for Sun Yun Yu. Unfortunately, is going in the wrong direction. You need to be making birdies if you're going to have an impression and move up the leaderboard. Charlie Hull's having a good day.
3 under for the day, Kate. Oh, that didn't. It was a little bit of a right to left one, and I think she thought that was going to be pretty straight.
Her week contained 3 double bogeys and a triple bogey, and she still finishes at 6 under.
Well, that's impressive.
It's a bit heartbreaking, really.
Frustrating, but impressive.
It's a lot of birdies for Charlie Hull.
And Woodward on her back, so they'll have work to do when they head up to Asia for the next swing of events. Long range now for Jin Choi, but she's putted so well all week. Brimful of confidence.
The next one is going to take her utmost attention as well. She had a pretty good read ahead of her with Sun Young Yu's putt. I thought she might have gotten the pace a little bit more spot on than she did.
Major champion from last year. Held the #1 spot for 19 weeks. Here's So Yeon Yu. And that's what we saw a lot of her do last year. Hold those putts with regular monotony. And saw her have a very, very good season. Not going to be her tournament, though. She is 6 under par. Couple holes remaining.
Well, when you roll putts from that length so far by, you better be paying attention as to what they do when they do go past the hole. Keep looking at them. Don't turn your head away in disgust. Pay attention, because you're going to need that read coming back. Just slightly right to left. And slightly back uphill here for Choi.
Solid. The gap remains 3. Jin Choi is the nearest challenger.
You don't usually see players put their putter cover in their back pocket.
Stand, please.
2 par 3s on the back 9. Final group just waiting for the green to clear.
2 young superstars in the making back there, 121 and 122 years of age.
So Sun Yeon-yu taps in, but it's 5 under par, 1 over today for the 31-year-old South Korean. So her charge up the leaderboard didn't eventuate.
Start again, routine.
Just a little clap from the 17th green, just the back edge of it. Interesting to see the hybrid back in the bag today. Been very strategic about this 15th hole all week. 167 metres today, but really you want to land at about 155. Headed for the centre of the green, just right of the pin.
Well, another well-executed shot right in the heart of the green. Just what you need.
It's one thing to have a good plan, but then to be able to execute it as much as she has, that's quite spectacular.
Former world #1, Jie Shin. Holds out for a par on the final hole. A round of 70. She was hoping for one of her cheeky little 64s. She's had many of them, en route to winning 50 times around the world. Not just in her home country of Korea, but in Japan, in Europe, and on the LPGA. Delight to see Jie Shin join us again at the Australian Open.
Started left, staying left. This will be bunker bound. The question is, what kind of lie is she going to have over there?
It does go back down into the base of the bunker.
Jin Young Ko has enjoyed this title all weekend. The title of leader, the title of champion beckons for her because she is still 3 shots ahead of her nearest challenger. Her Jin Choi was the leading amateur here last year. Turned professional late last year and is doing her utmost to see if she can etch her name on the Patricia Bridges Bowl, but she's 3 behind this young lady, and caddy Dean Hurton taking a little nourishment as well. It could be a dinner of triumph for them in Adelaide this evening. The chaser needs to do something spectacular in the final 3 holes.
.494-metre par 5. He's going to need almighty hit to get there, but she has hit a sensational tee shot. That is a long way down there.
Big drive.
Looked good for a long time. She's such a character. I enjoy being around this young lady.
Good to follow her on Twitter as well. She's a
And
bit of a
YouTube.
musician. And a musician, absolutely.
Pretty solid across the week. 73 to start, then 71 Friday, 69-70 at the weekend, and that's a tournament score of 5 under for Tiff Joe.
A different strategy for Sun Young Yu, going with the 3-wood off the tee here. Trying just to stay short of that hill.
Almost in a different postcode, those two drives.
It will be in a different postcode. She's got definite chance, does Choi, to reach the green in 2 here at 16.
Hannah's drawn a beautiful lie, so slightly uphill, which is lovely for this kind of shot. Needs to be high and soft.
Good chance for a par for Hannah Green.
T11 at the season opener at Bahamas, so as much as she would have gone to bed last night dreaming of winning her national title, first 2 weeks as a full member of the LPGA Tour is going to be a very, very strong result for Hannah Green after 3 wins on the Symetra Tour last year. She has proven that even though she might not be good enough to get past Jin Young Ko this week, she belongs on the big stage.
Oh, absolutely. And I am excited to watch her career, excited to watch her rookie year.
A little down towards the
Played beautifully at the Vic Open. Was in 3rd place there. Didn't play last week in preparation for this week, but Hannah Green has a great future, no doubt.
Hasn't got a base in the States as yet.
No, she's begging for a few spots to stay. I put my hand up anytime.
Well, Phoenix is only a few weeks away.
That's right, no worries.
Go and stay at Jane's place.
Now, Jin Young Ko now. Another birdie chance, Ali.
An outside one at that, really. I think most people would be happy to walk away with a par on this hole 10 times out of 10, if we're honest. But
Absolutely.
really, left to right in that first little section, it will go downhill a little bit towards the hole.
Well, good for pace, and that's really all you need to do. You don't need to be heroic on this particular hole with the par 5 coming up.
Ataoka on 16. Her Sunday hasn't been as hoped, but that's a nice moment for her.
Good couple of birdies as well on 15 and 16.
par.
Excellent save. Ice in the veins.
4 back as it stands. 3 holes left for our last group after this putt. Birdie start. Bogey on 3, bogey on 7. So again, that front 9 wobble from Jin Young Ko, but a great birdie on 9 and birdie on 13 as well, coming home. So solid. 10 times a winner on the KLPGA and on the brink of her second LPGA title.
Minjee Lee in a spot of bother here at the 16th. This is a tricky one for par. Now that's a disappointment on a hole that you would expect to give yourself a good chance for birdie. And Minjee Lee drops back to 7 under.
Number 1 ranked Australian, but unable to get a win last year after wins in 2015 and 2016. A couple, in fact, in 2016, Minjee Lee. Still a very creditable performance at her home open. She's going for it, her Jin. Massive drive.
Well, the hole's tucked back on the right-hand side.
Oh, I just saw it left of screen in the bunker. So fancy it's that front right bunker for
that's
her.
not.
It's one of the most fluid golf swings I think I've seen in a very long time. It looks as though Jin Young, her tempo is the same all throughout her golf swing. Really maximising power at the bottom at impact. Starting down the right-hand side, it is fading a little bit, but won't be in any kind of trouble. Maybe just the light rough.
Oh. Now this is a VIP. This fella, I believe he's called Klaus. He will be part of the prize presentation party when the champion is crowned. And why not?
Oh, they're just
Icon. Australia.
absolutely.
Another really nice looking drive from Handa, also just up that right-hand side. We were discussing a little while ago, Hannah's partner Jared Felton, he's over playing in Queensland and will defend his title actually at the New Zealand PGA Championship next week. So it is quite a nice little time of year for the couple.
Dean Herden knows how to find golfing talent. The story is Jin Young Ko, but that man with the just gave us a sneaky look. What's he up to? This will be win number 52?
It will be.
Oh. Originally from the Riverina in southern New South Wales.
Yeah. Not over yet.
Well, the chasers are going to have to do something spectacular. You need to be a little more spectacular than that.
Does it need to be spectacular given where the pin is on 17 today?
Well, anything could happen. We know that. We know the game of golf, Ali. And He Jin Choi now with her third shot. Little splash out of the bunker. Oh, that could just as easily have gone down for an eagle. And then we'd have really had a ball game, wouldn't we, Quentin?
Oh, great mindset, though. Could see off the tee, ripped it. Not many going for the green in 2, gave it a grip and really attacking bunker shot.
She knows exactly what she's got to do if she's going to close that 3-shot gap. I like the aggression that she plays with He Jin Choi for just a teenager. Fabulous to see. 17, ooh, it's a difficult pin.
It's tucked devilishly close to the right-hand water.
Yeah, that was going nowhere near it, but that is a tug shot from Minjee Lee. It's not going to be an easy putt But the one consolation today, they're coming in with much less club. There you have it.
Yeah, the facial expression pretty much says it all. It's one thing you love about these kids. You pretty much know how they feel, except perhaps for Hannah Green. She's maintained a very even disposition all day, through good and bad. Nicely done.
And ball stopping like we haven't seen all week.
Exactly. A bit of fire taken out of the greens with the rain. A little bit of water overnight, not excessive, but the more still, humid conditions have really helped the greens maintain that moisture.
And with the course available for those on a hot streak, Catherine Kirk was the player to capitalise today. She charged up the leaderboard with the best round of the day, 7 under 65. It still saw her short of the leading contenders. It's Jin Young Ko's to lose with a couple to play.